I'm going to tell you about the transverse planes of the body. So keep focusing here. Now, I'll first draw the important transverse plane which are generally asked in exams. So one plane is this plane here. This is called the plane of suprasternal notch, right? The inlet, thoracic inlet. Plane of suprasternal notch. The next plane, it's around 5 cm below to this suprasternal notch. You find another angle, and that's because of this manubriosternal joint. There is an angulation here. And this plane we will discuss is the plane of sternal angle. This is the plane of sternal angle. Then this plane here, this is the plane of xiphisternal joint. Then it's the median plane, passes through the umbilicus, reaches to the pubic symphysis. This is the linea alba. And the seventh rib is the last rib which meets the sternum. So eighth rib, then you have the ninth rib. So the tip of the ninth rib, from the tip of the ninth rib down below up to the pubic tubercle, both the sides you have this linea cellularis, which is actually the lateral border of rectus abdominis or the rectus shape. Here from ASIS, this is anterior superior spine, and from there to the pubic tubercle, both the sides you have this inguinal ligament which is having the necessity downwards. So then we will study about this plane, transverse plane, which passes through the tips of the ninth costal cartilage, and this is called transpyloric plane. Then a plane from the lowest border of the costal margin, and that will pass at the level of lower border of the 10th rib in the mid-axillary line. So that's the lowest level of the costal margin. So this plane here is called subcostal plane. Then there is a plane which passes through the umbilicus. This plane is tranumbilical plane. Then there's another plane here. This plane actually passes 5 cm above to the anterior superior spine. On the outer surface, on the outer border of this iliac crest, there is a tubercle, and that's called iliac tubercle. So the plane passing through the iliac tubercles, both the side, is called transtubercular plane. Transtubercular plane. Then there is another plane that passes through the anterior superior iliac spine. So this we call as transasis. Then there is a plane that passes through the pubic symphysis. This is transpubis plane. So we will cover all the transverse sections what you're going to see at each of these transverse sections. Remember that suprasternal notch posteriorly crosses between T2 T3. So you can write it now here that this is the level of T2 T3. This transverse plane is the plane of sternal angle, and this plane of sternal angle passes between T4 and T5. Xiphisternal lies at the level of T9, and what I told you about the sternal-xiphisternal angle, that lies at the level of T8, T9. The subcostal plane is passing between L2, L3. This transpyloric plane was passing between L1, L2. Remember this. Transpyloric, lower border of L1, upper border of L2. Subcostal, lower border of L2, upper border of L3. Transumbilical plane, this passing through the umbilicus, healthy, adult. The plane passes through T3, T4. Transtubercular plane, it passes through the iliac tubercles. Transtubercular passes between L4, L5. Remember this. Now talking about transasis. Transasis passes through L5, S1. So this is said to be passing through sacral promontory. Transpubis plane. The transpubis plane actually posteriorly passes through the tip of coccyx.